In the American justice system, judges are seen as the ultimate guardians of law and fairness, people entrusted with the power to decide the fate of others. But what happens when those very judges betray that trust? This is the story of 5 U.S. judges who traded their robes for prison uniforms. Our first case takes us to Lucerne County, Pennsylvania, in what became one of the most shocking judicial scandals in U.S. history, the infamous Kids for Cash case. Judge Mark Ciavarella was once a respected figure, but behind the bench, he was profiting from injustice. Ciavarella accepted millions in kickbacks from private juvenile detention centers, sending kids, some as young as 11, to jail for minor offenses like mocking a school official online or trespassing in an abandoned building. The sentences were harsh, the motives were corrupt, and when the truth came out in 2011, Ciavarella was sentenced to 28 years in federal prison. He didn't act alone. His co-conspirator, Judge Michael Conahan, was equally guilty. As the president judge of Luzerne County, Conahan shut down the county's public juvenile detention center, forcing all juvenile cases into the private facilities that were paying him off. He made millions, but at the cost of destroying young lives. In 2011, he was sentenced to 17.5 years in prison. Together, Ciavarella and Conahan's scheme sent shockwaves across the nation, forever tarnishing the image of the judiciary. From Pennsylvania, we moved to Galveston, Texas, where a federal judge named Samuel Kent thought he was untouchable. Appointed for life, Kent was accused by multiple female employees of sexual harassment and assault. Instead of facing the charges head-on, he tried to use his position to obstruct justice. But in 2009, the law caught up with him. Kent pleaded guilty to obstruction and was sentenced to 33 months in prison. It was a stunning fall from grace for a man who once wielded the gavel in a federal courtroom. Our next story brings us to Louisiana, where federal judge G. Thomas Porteous Jr. lived a double life of power and corruption. Behind his professional image, Porteous was accepting bribes, lying under oath, and engaging in fraudulent schemes with lawyers and bail bondsmen. In 2010, he became the 8th federal judge in U.S. history to be impeached by Congress. Removed from office, he faced criminal charges that exposed just how deeply corruption had rooted itself in his courtroom. Finally, we travel to Ohio, where municipal court judge Abdel Yassin Ab Soiree's downfall was swift and devastating. In 2023, Soiree was caught in an FBI sting, accepting bribes from individuals who wanted favorable rulings in their cases. Recordings revealed conversations where he promised lighter sentences or case dismissals in exchange for cash. When the case went to trial, the evidence was undeniable. Soiree was sentenced to years in prison, ending his judicial career in disgrace. These cases serve as chilling reminders that corruption can thrive anywhere, even in the very institutions meant to protect justice. Each of these judges believed their position made them untouchable. But when the truth came to light, the same system they once commanded became their jailer. In the end, the gavel can fall on anyone.